Yeah, thanks. Welcome, and thanks for having me here. It was already mentioned in some talks from Gerhard, from Stefan. Axel probably will mention also because we share some common history. And yes, that's about old AI, symbolic AI. Probably it's also related to our age, but I will talk about how we use this symbolic AI knowledge to help the new AI solutions becoming more reliable, more explainable, more trustworthy. And describing Siemens is very difficult in a few minutes. Just one aspect of it, that we combine the real world and the digital world in many different domains for many different products. So we are doing hardware development as well as software development. We are combining both. AI is everywhere, co-pilots everywhere, and so on. I will focus more on the technology part of Siemens. And this is one idea they had a few years ago to form so-called company core technologies. And the idea is not having only research people to support that, but also people from the business units. They try to really create products out of it. And as you see, it's a lot of well-known buzzwords: simulation, digital twins, cybersecurity, automation, and so on. Also software and hardware development. We belong to, no surprise, data analytics and AI. And I have to say we belonged to technology because Siemens made a recent move. So from October 1st, they moved the data and artificial intelligence research unit out of technology and formed a new top-level department, so to say, to tackle all artificial intelligence stuff for Siemens. So, and they also hired a guru from Amazon, former at Google, and his task is to scale the AI solutions, to develop products, AI-based products for the external market, to support the AI of our internal products, which we sell to our customers. And it's all about foundation models. It's about physics-based simulation and so on. Back to my research group. So we do configuration technologies, more than 35 years. So we have a lot of experience in research, consulting, even modeling and development solutions. 35 years of experience. I had to correct the slides from time to time, from 20 years to 25 years, 30 years, 35 years. And one of our main assets is domain expertise. Domain expertise in railway technologies, domain expertise in industry-related topics. And, of course, our close cooperation with universities. You saw the same picture in Gerhard's presentation, because he was responsible to start this configurator business, engineering configurators, more than 35 years ago within Siemens. And this was really big development projects, but using symbolic AI technologies in the background to solve such solutions. And also some years ago, we had a very well-received paper in the AI magazine talking about 25 years experience. And there are not many companies in the world who can claim the same. So just to give you a few examples, this is our engineering tools for railway interlockings. You see the amount of possibilities. It's only solvable with some clever algorithms, with heuristics, with generative constraint satisfaction, because there is no fixed search space, so components come and go. But we manage that, and it enables our mobility department to do this railway interlockings. Each solution is correct, consistent, and trustworthy. Even more complex are configurators for power plants. And there are only, for example, over 1,000 constraints to limit the number of valid combinations. I'm really curious whether your automated engineer can handle such problems with so many constraints. And also switch gears is a very complex domain where you need domain expertise and algorithmic expertise to build such configurators. In my group, I have the good situation that we started with symbolic AI. So we have this configuration and planning, the research part. Then constraint technologies, the application focus on that. Then we have sales configurators, CPQ, configure, price, quote. A lot of experience in different tools and vendors so we can consult the business units. And on the other hand, we have the data-driven AI topics with multimodal data intelligence, data analytics stuff, machine learning. And in the middle, the glue between those worlds, symbolic and sub-symbolic AI, very, very capable people doing semantic stream analytics, knowledge graphs, and so on. So we have all in our group. So it's quite natural, okay, that we also can combine those worlds and this neurosymbolic integration to enhance reliability. I will not go into details of the differences. You know that all. Probably it's also not the most accurate version to combine that, but there are differences, strengths and weaknesses of both worlds. So the idea is, okay, let's combine learning and reasoning, combine machine learning and symbolic systems to give them the ability to better represent and reason over concepts. And this is just one example of we are bringing that into our business units. So to make complex applications, Siemens has a lot of complex applications, complex languages to describe something, complex domain know-how, and so on, and how to make them accessible with non-expert users. So the idea is to use sub-symbolic technologies, LLMs, to support that. And I bring you one small example. It's about configuration of a metro wagon with some constraints. We have numbers of seats. We have some other tiny constraints, maximum number of passengers, and so on. And the idea is to use incorporative neurosymbolic approaches to generate a reliable copilot for product configuration. So the idea is you input your requirements in natural language, use a LLM to formalize what you said into a language which the configuration engine, the constraint solver understands, and then use an LLM to transform it into natural language. And the tricky part is the first formalizer, because we force the LLM to create correct syntax. And that's not easy. The second LLM, this is easy. Explaining some output into natural language, this is easy. But the first part, to force the LLM to produce correct syntax of anything, any DSL, this is the hard part, but we are on a good way to do that. And finally, just to sum up, yes, LLMs are good, but trustworthiness, reliability, explainability, and correctness, okay, there can be more. But all of these four parts are very important for industrial domains, industrial AI. So we combine it, and also the configurators themselves can benefit from GenAI, and GenAI can benefit from configuration technology, symbolic AI. So it is possible to generate reliable and robust AI, but you have to use the right tools, and you have to use the right people who know how to use the tools. So please, thanks, and come to me for any further questions.
Thank you for the interesting talk. I just egoistically start with a question, and like the question is about like you're solving amazing problems like this logistic problem with train systems, but you know companies like OpenAI get all the attention, right? So the market screamers, right? So meaning that for a large part of the audience or of the general public, AI exists since 2019, which is not true. So any reactions to that?
Yeah, of course. We had the same problem. Gerhard also has the same problem, that we have 35 experience in symbolic AI. But now it's very interesting that the knowledge of symbolic AI is so important to transform it into reliable AI solutions, trustworthy AI solutions, that it's good that there are people around that know the symbolic AI very, very good.
Thank you very much. Very interesting. So I had one question about on your product configurator. So knowing that we all have our product configurators also, so I can imagine that this is not a standard proposal which you're looking for. It's more a customer-specific one. And I know it from our own company that having formal a manual process, then come for the manual process to the digitalization, have like make this process in a more digital way. But now it's different because it's now having this process, writing a proposal, is enhanced by artificial intelligence. How do you speak to your people doing that, like sales or somewhere, to get in their mind that the process, it will not be the same as it will be before, or it is before, so that they really get trust in that?
Yeah, that's a good question, because it depends on the customer and then on the domain problem. If we are talking about CPQ, sales configurators, then it's easy to use some existing tool off the shelf. If we are talking of engineering configurators like these examples I showed, this is custom made. And although they have probably LLMs and GenAI before, so to create requirements on, there must be some specific let's say development or modeling, in the best case development most of the time, to fulfill all of their requirements. So, and this is probably solved by some automation engineer, but I do not trust in that now.
Thank you very much. Maybe we can have a short talk about that in the lunchtime.
Looking forward to.
Here another question. Am I the next?
The next question up there. So
yeah.
Hello,
another question from AVL also. So could you comment on, as far as you can, on the results and how far you are with this validation of from LLM to the formal definition of, so of course we are also looking at, and just want to know how far we are to others in this direction, coming to validate that the formal language which you get, or formal definition of the specification of the whatever files which you have to generate, how far they are. Of course, metrics, how do you do it? And yeah, thanks.
We can talk about details during lunch break, but it's working. We have we can input a DSL specific in some format, and then the algorithm. It's also some agentic workflows, and the algorithm it is integrated in the LLM itself, in the token generation, and the token generation part checks whether the syntax is correct. So the token is the correct token. So we do not generate a solution and then check whether it's syntactically correct. So in creating the next token, it's already checked that it corresponds to the syntax. So that's the reason that it's already working, and it's working with any DSL. Sorry. Yeah, I know what you will ask.
No, you don't. No, a commercial, if you are interested in this last part, yeah, there will be a book by Richard Taube and Andreas Falkner, and there is a chapter about large language models and configurations. So it will come up soon. But what is your experience of the users if you translate it back? Yeah, so you use the LMM, yeah, to generate natural language description or semi-formal descriptions,
yeah,
based on your formal descriptions,
yeah.
and present this to the experts.
Yeah.
So what is your experience there?
So
is this accepted or?
Yes, it is accepted because these are not the real experts. These are the not so much experts. And they are happy that the description is in a language they can understand and they can follow. And they do not have to read the parameter value list of configurator outputs.
Okay, let's thank Herwig again.